Hey out there in YouTube land, Justin back again with another video. So lately I've been exercising. I thought today would be a great day to show you a little bit of small town America. Show you a little bit of my small town America at least. I'm currently walking down Main Street in Wallace, North Carolina. This is the town I grew up in. It's very beautiful. I will start the walk. I will show you guys a little bit. So as you can see, we have like beautiful houses. I'm not sure what you would like call it's like modern style house. It's not modern at all, but like, it definitely has like a certain feel to it. But yeah, we're at one end of Main Street. We're going to currently walk down all the way to the other end. I'll show you a little bit of what it's like to be in small town America. Of course, what's a small town America without a big Baptist church? This church is very big. It's been here for many of years, longer than I've been around. But yeah, we'll begin now. A lot of videos on YouTube where people go around, local areas, small towns, they travel the country. I thought, it'd be cool to kind of like take a look at every city's, every town's like Main Street. What's something that every town, every city has, and it's a Main Street. So I thought it'd be cool to take a little walk down my Main Street and relive some memories. Also coming to the library. This is the local library. It's very, very nice. Thelma Dingus Bryant Library. Small, not too big, but it is a very nice library. I actually do go there often and rent books. Yeah, once again, the big Baptist church. Lovely church, by the way. Got the bell that still does ring, still does sound. I think they do it every 6 hours, if I'm not mistaken. This is the local funeral home. I believe there's like 2 of these in town, and they're both kind of ran together. The same family runs both of them. Fun fact, or I mean, not fun fact, I guess you could say, but this is, of course, the funeral home that my family uses. So we're very familiar with this place. On this end of town, it's not really too much. There used to be a Scotchman. If you guys remember, like Scotchman convenience stores, there used to be a Scotchman convenience store right over there. No longer there. I wish they'd kind of bring something back. I mean, this town has a lot of possibilities for growth, and it is growing. Funny thing about it is, though, it's growing outwardly. So what used to be the main town, the main strip of town, is no longer the main strip of town. I'm sure, like a lot of small towns in America, it's slowly becoming like a ghost town. There is, revitalization. It is coming back, but the real growth is on the outer part of town, obviously near the interstate. A lot of traffic. We actually have a lot of businesses and stores being built and moving in, but they're just not really in town anymore. People who live in town have to drive further out of town to get to those establishments. So, like in a lot of places, I'm sure local businesses have kind of slowed down. The mom and pop stores are no longer a thing. Now, we do have mom and pop stores, as you'll see when we get more into Main Street. You'll see a lot of the mom and pop stores. But a little, bit of my lovely town. I mean, as you can see, neighborhoods galore. I'd say Wallace is a really safe area to live in. I mean, crime's not really that high. Probably the hardest thing to do would probably find work. Jobs aren't really readily available. As you can see over here, we got some yard work being done. Beautiful house. Another crazy fact, I won't say fun, but this house coming up here, right here on the corner, about a year ago, it burnt down completely. Luckily, the family was safe, but it is nice to see them rebuilding. And honestly, it looks better than ever. It was always a pretty house, but my gosh, it really is beautiful now. We're coming up. We have another church over here. This is another popular church. It's actually a Christian school as well. So, you can send your kids to school here, locally at this church. Another nice little residential house right off the main street. I mean, it is very beautiful and lush here, I will say that. We're known for our agriculture, so we have a lot of pig farming, turkey farms, chicken farms. So some might come in and they say, oh my gosh, it doesn't smell the best. And, sometimes it doesn't, but hey, it's my town and I love it. Once again, another beautiful house. Oh my gosh. You're gonna see a lot of these beautiful houses. Like this right here, nice fireplace. But yes, so far we've come less than a quarter of a mile and we've already, surpassed 2 churches. That does tell you one thing Wallace does have is a good religious footing, which is good. Me, myself, I am a Christian as well, and that's something I do value, so it is nice to see churches, prosper and spring up all over the place. But yeah, we'll just take a little walk, and see some things. So, look, speak of the devil, pigs, oink, oink. Oh my gosh, and they do not smell the greatest. Yes, oh, whoa, wow, we. So you get a lot of that stuff right there. And coming up, what do you know, guys? We're coming up on another church. Wallace Presbyterian Church. I've never attended this church, but it seems also very nice. It's actually like all these churches are very beautiful. They're kind of very like old. I don't know what you'd call them, not modern, but just like the brick and everything. So it's really nice. I guess this would be like an extension of the church. Got the playground over there for the kiddos. Got a nice little house. That's like a very old style house over there. Like it with like 3 stories. Oh man, it's crazy. But yep, Wallace Presbyterian Church. Guess this is the home office, which is actually looks like a home. Doesn't seem like it attaches to the church itself. But yeah, look, beautiful stained glass windows. I mean, I don't know. I'm proud of my little town. Beautiful area, to move your family and kids and raise them. We got decent schools around here. My public school that I went to, Wallace Hill, isn't a bad school at all. I personally love my school experience. I'm sure others, they may differ. They may not have cared for it too much. Townsend Auto Parts. Now, this store has been around for a long time. It's one of the oldest businesses in Wallace, and it's still up and running. If you look across the street, we even have a fish market, which is kind of cool. Now, I have fond memories of like being a kid coming to this fish market with my mom. She would take us here. She would buy fish, get things to cook for the house. I mean, it was really great. I liked it. I loved it, actually. But we'll take a little cut across the street right here, bypass traffic. As you can tell, it's kind of like a bustling little area. I mean, for it to be such a small town, I think Wallace is about 4,000 people. Yet, we have a lot. So now we're getting into like the traditional part of Main Street. See, look. That's what an old auto parts store looks like, guys. AutoZone what? Now, we do have AutoZones and Auto Parts and O'Reilly's, but we like to support. We're in Bulldog country. That's our mascot for high school, as you can see. But yeah, it's actually very, very beautiful. Here's some good music playing. The church I used to attend actually used to be, was it there? I don't think it was there. I think it was, and now we've relocated. We've actually built like a much bigger, much nicer church. We used to go to church right here, which now there's a lot of like little old-timey stores. See, this little pig. Who's that playing, guys? Maybe you can tell me. It sounds like John Denver. I don't know. We got E and E used appliance and repairs. We got the Mojo coffee shop over there. Summer Supercell. Like tons of little thrift stores. I mean, I think these stores are great for the community, and I love to support these stores whenever you can. This is a mural. I want to say as a kid, I want to say our church commissioned this mural. I could be wrong though, but I do remember being a kid and it being painted. It's actually a very pretty mural, kind of like a old-timey feel of what Wallace used to be, which is nice and still is nice. I love how a lot of old main streets, have these buildings, which is really cool. All these like cutesy little, already getting ready for the 4th of July, which is awesome. Art of Hope, Fine Arts. Oh, no, this would be a nice store to go into. So we got some really beautiful paintings and artworks. I'm sure a lot of these are some local artists as well. Yeah, I would always love to live in like one of these apartment buildings up there. I'm not even sure if like any of those are like for rent, but it would just be cool. And we got the train depot down there, which is the train tracks are currently always and forever for now. Tracks are out of service, but trains used to come through Wallace a lot. Back in World War II, Wallace was like a good middle ground stop for delivering supplies and weapons and whatnot to support the troops. One thing we're known for big around here is the Strawberry Festival. You can probably see it on the signs. But yeah, we get the railroad depot where they'll open up those and give tours for the kids. And perfect example of Strawberry Festival, which is very popular every year. We just had it about a month and a half ago, and of course it was booming. It was massive. It was huge. You know, we got some thrift stores for the kiddos, a lot of baby attire and baby toys. Got the Honeycutt Pawn Shop, which has been around for a long time as well. You can go there and maybe sell off some goods or find a good sale or buy something really good. Van's Beauty Supply Salon. Interesting. But yeah, I mean, really Main Street here now is populated with tons of thrift stores, you know, small local businesses that we do need to support our local businesses, by the way. We got Johnson's Furniture. I remember my parents buying furniture from this place more than a few times. Evans Jewelry. I actually went to school with their daughter, and this is like a prominent jewelry store. You know, if you're local here, you'd probably come here to buy your ring for your fiance or buy any jewelry for any of your loved ones. You got the Treasure House. It's where you can take your like silver and gold coins and, you know, little trinkets like that. That may be some value. But really, guys, this is, I mean, that's pretty much the main gist of, you know, Main Street. Good old Main Street of Wallace. It's always a good place to come down and walk down, just check out some of the stores. I really want to hit that art store. That art store looks, I mean, yeah, guys, I don't know. I'm trying to get more active, and that entails just me walking more. I thought about doing something like, you know, cheesy, like, okay, every subscriber I get, I'll walk a mile. But I mean, realistically, like, what if a ton of people start subscribing? That might not be the best. So I figure, you know, maybe I'll just walk around and show you guys downtown and see how you like it. I mean, that could be something that could turn into a series in itself. You know, going to small towns and just walking around Main Street. I know a lot of YouTubers do that now, and it's really popular. I like that content. It's very relaxing. But yeah, man, that's pretty much the gist of Main Street. It's very booming. You see down there, we got the Piggly Wiggly over there, along with the post office. All in all, though, I'd say this is a good place to like come and raise your kids. I mean, you know, small town area, like I said, you might have to get a job like in the city, you know, 30, 45 minutes away. But in the end of the day, I mean, this is a great place to rest your head. I think you should come down and check it out. I'm just now getting back to my car. I don't even know how long I walked for. I think I did a total of like 2 miles, 2.5 miles today, which was pretty awesome. But yeah, guys, I think, hey, like the video. I mean, I know this probably isn't, there's people out here doing content way greater than this. There's not going to be too many cuts or edits, maybe any at all. But just tell me what you think. If you thought it was cool just kind of seeing my small town here in Wallace, North Carolina, let me know. And thanks you guys for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Peace.